and plenty of hardware yet to be handed out as we take a look at the schedule here from the ESPN Wide World of Sports. It's Titanas Morbis taking on GVA Alex, but there's more. We have the World Championship between Brazil and Mizuno Sports at 3:30, and the 13 and 14 Open Championship contests happening at 5:30 and 8 p.m. respectively, part of a very busy day here at the AAU Girls Junior National Volleyball Championships. I'm Kevin Cork, joined by Missy Whitmore once again, the former stand-up from the University of Florida. We're looking forward to this particular contest because even though we've already seen the highest level of competition here at the tournament, the 18s, now we're back down at the 12s, but there's still plenty of talent out there on the floor.
Yeah, don't be deceived by their age. These girls are very talented. At this level, I think the block becomes a little less important, but you're going to see dominant servers have the ability to score a run of points, and that may come into play.
I'm glad you mentioned that. We talk a lot about runs of points during the particular matches as we watch them, and we expect that to happen fairly often in today's contest between these outstanding teams from Puerto Rico. Titanas, as you see right there, 5-3 in the tournament so far, but 5 of those 8 matches have gone to 3 sets. That's huge. That means that they're battle-tested. We'll see if they can somehow survive against the GVA Alex squad, Missy, that frankly comes into this game on a roll.
Only lost 1 set, and that was to Titanas, however. So there is a little crack in the door. If Titanas can draw from the success that they had earlier against this team, this should be a very good match.
Looking forward to it. We'll talk about the head coaches and what's coming your way after this timeout. This is the ESPN Wide World of Sports. AAU Girls Junior National Volleyball Championship action is next.
Sunday nights, baseball rules on ESPN.
It's gone!
The biggest stars.
Safe at the plate!
The top rivalries.
That ball was crushed.
And playoff contenders.
And the ball game is over.
Rule 20.14. Play ball. Sunday Night Baseball. Presented by Taco Bell. Sundays at 8 Eastern. Baseball rules on ESPN.
When you run Disney, every mile is magic. Marathon and half-marathon races through Disney theme parks are waiting for you at Walt Disney World Resort in Florida and Disneyland Resort in California, along with the best finisher medals around. For more information, visit rundisney.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Carlos Rosado, the head coach of Morbis, and he told me before the contest that he really is thrilled about the opportunity for his young club, and they seem to be getting better throughout this tournament, and it could certainly be borne out here as they take on Coach Cintron and GVA. Missy, they have their hands full because this team is playing great volleyball.
Yeah, but you bring up an interesting point. These players are still so young. You see improvement even over the course of a tournament like this, and you just never know who's going to step up to the plate and be an all-star.
I'll be curious to see how they develop as we continue to enjoy the action, because as you pointed out previously, even at 12, there will be some standout athletes that kind of separate themselves even at this level. You can kind of get that sense that kid's got real potential.
Yeah, they've got it. They don't just have the power, they have a feel for the floor, they see the court, they're able to set themselves apart.
You heard Missy also mention the fact that the service game is so huge at this level. You see it on full display right out of the gate as GVA gets the first point of the contest.
At the older levels, you might not give a lot of thought to who your first server is. You're thinking about who's your first person across the front row. Well, at the 12-year-old division, they're still thinking about getting their best servers to the line quickly because these young girls have the ability to score such a run of points off of a strong serve.
Lopez with the opening salvo. Good for the first point. Nice dig there as GVA controls, and that one falls in. Caratini with the point. Make it 2-0 GVA.
Caratini has to be happy with that start because she actually got a bit of a mishit on that ball, but it lands right in the middle of the floor, and she still finds an opening.
Well, that is a very impressive serve again. A lot of pace on it, in particular, given this age group, and it's another point for GVA Alex. Saved. Cleanly set, outside hitter with a strong shot there. That one dug out by the libero. 2 for 2. Little nice tap there. And they say that touched. So it's a point for Titanas, 3-1.
Bit slower offense as you see the high balls to the outside, but I like the choice of using the off speed. A smart play by the youngster to switch things up a bit.
Motovis, chance to go ahead and pick up another point, and they do just that off a very nice serve, make it 3-2.
And we get a look at Gonzalez, a great server for Motovis, obviously, as she makes her way back to the line very early in this first set.
Oh, great serve there again. And very quickly, 3 points by Motovis.
And as compared to a 18 division match that we just watched, the court looks so much bigger for those players in serve receive. They're smaller size. It looks like so much more court to cover.
So incredible to see the young talent still climb that ladder and make the plays. We take another look.
To the outside again to number 1, Caratini. We already see she is definitely a favorite target.
And she'll get another chance here. Nope, they go the other way. And going right down the line with that impressive shot is Sofia Victoria.
Sofia does a good job adjusting her feet to get to that ball so that she has the ability to swing line, and that's what the block gave her. Really impressive shot.
Tough break there, right at the net. GVA with a chance. The tap. And that's another point.
And that time it's going to be the defense called in the net there as they attempt to make a block. So an immediate point for GVA.
So a runs of threes. 3 by GVA Alex to open it up. Motovis comes back with 3 of its own, now trailing again by 3. This time the block and the point make it 4 straight as Sofia Victoria collects another one. 7-3, GVA Alex off to a hot start as they look to continue their unbeaten streak here at the National Championship. As we take a look at the rosters, Motovis, a tremendous group of youngsters here. Keep an eye on Marrero, number 12. Also Melendez, Dalimar, always around the action. Meanwhile, Caratini has already made her presence felt. We'll also be talking a great deal about Sofia Victoria. Again, another strong serve by the youngsters. Cleanly collected. This will be tough. Back over thanks to Correa. That one blocked right back down. It just looked for a second there to me, Missy, that she just missed timing.
Yeah, and that's what's difficult. It's a bump set that's coming from behind her. Very difficult to play that ball.
Roman. Nice back. That one could be sailing wide. That is the case. So Roman leading her team once again to another point. Make it now 6 straight by GVA Alex.
And we've talked about the offense from Cartini on the left side for GVA, but this time getting it done with the block, going up and sealing the net.
Joales Nunez, tough break trying to get to that one as it was right at the net. Motovis saves it. Out wide, another strong drive there by Caratini. Cleanly dug, set up, right down the middle. Get that one away from the net. This could be trouble. Saved. Set wide. Oh, nice touch there. And again collected. Tough break, a wonderful rally. Rosado's shot is just a little shot.
Motovis got into some trouble there. Everything was tight to the net. They weren't able to run their offense. They finally get a clean look at the ball, but it's the block once again from GVA, that time from Victoria.
Yep, Sofia Victoria with the block there and the tap right after that. And it is a real strong run by GVA Alex, make it now 8 straight points.
Again, sealing the net. Those girls staying home, taking care of business. And it's starting with some really good serves.
It looks to me, Missy, like GVA's a little taller, a little bit more composed. If you are in the huddle there for Titanas, what's the conversation like?
Well, as we just discussed, they had several balls tight to the net.
Yeah.
So they really haven't been in system. And in a way, that's good news. As a coach, you can say, hey, it's not about what they're doing on their side of the net. We can clean up our own errors, and we're going to be just fine. So take the focus off them and think about what do we need to do right here.
Nicely saved. And back to the other end. Caratini. Deep, not deep enough. Strong shot and in, and finally Titanas is back on the board, make it 11-4.
And after several blocks by GVA, Titanas chooses to run out of the back row, give themselves a little more space to swing and not have to worry about that block. I like the setting choice.
And Elise Rosado, a very nice drive on that previous point, and they come back and pick up another 11-5. Caratini's offering, check that. Sophia Victoria's offering is sent back wide. Point for GVA, make it 12-5.
Sophia Victoria, what a great start to this match, really making her presence known.
All of these young athletes are slight. She's got really long arms, a lot of reach. Did you notice that?
Yes, she does.
They set her up again here. And another point for GVA Alex.
And I think another thing you see in the younger age divisions, someone like Sophia right now who has the hot hand, they continue to feed her. You can get it done with just one or two weapons. At this age level, I think what you see at the 18s is you got 6 players on the floor who have to be able to attack. But right here, 1 or 2 players can really get it done.
They go the other way this time. Big drive there by Torruella. Save. This time down the middle for Caratini. Saved again. Going wide. And that's a wonderful shot. Torruella.
Really disciplined look here as she is able to turn this one right down the line. The block doesn't go all the way out to the antenna, and she just uses that line very well.
Fantastic start here in the first set. Getting it done offensively and defensively is Sophia.
And this is what I thought maybe we'd see a little less of, but GVA is making it look easy as they really continue to block balls.
Makes you wonder how they lost a set.
Yeah.
Sophia takes a bit off of that one. Morovis into the net, point GVA Alex, 16-5. There's some numbers for you for Sophia Victoria. 3 kills, 4 blocks here in the early going. As you well know, coaches are always hesitant to mention their best player. Just in general conversation, you got the sense that coach knew that he had a real special one on his hands in number 4.
Yeah, I think everyone watching this match today, you could definitely pick her out for a youngster in the 12-year-old division to be scoring 4 points off blocks. That's incredible.
If you're one of the many college coaches in attendance, you're saying to yourself, let's get that kid a recruiting letter. And again, great service, too. Picking up points in bunches, make it 19-5.
And you definitely will see a number of these excellent Puerto Rican players throughout collegiate athletics here in the United States coming here and making an immediate impact. Coaches definitely are on the recruiting trail of these teams.
Some of the all-time greats over at your alma mater.
Yeah, Ari Cruz from UF, a Puerto Rican, and perhaps the greatest Gator volleyball player ever, many would argue.
Make it 20. They continue to make quick work of Titanas. Caratini, strong serve, this time collected. Chance on the backside, that may have been a double touch. And it's 20-6.
It was the right decision. Once again, going to Sophia back there. She knew where to put the ball. It just rolled off her fingers awkwardly.
All right, let's see if Titanas can get rolling here with an opportunity. This is how it gets started, right down the middle. Set. Long drive. And again, excellent placement as Tortuella makes it count.
Yeah, no coincidence that those middles are swinging for the corners. They're trained to do just that, swing around the block and hit it where the defense is not.
Tough break there for Correa. Back over to Titanas. Set wide. Going right back across. Saved. Dug out. Play alive. Wide again. This time for keeps. And Lara is putting on a show.
Lara has that nice length of so many of those GVA players, the long arms, but again, so well trained as you see them swinging for those corners every time.
And you hit the nail on the head. It's one thing to have the height. You can find kids who are tall or lean, but to have the talent and the technique, a lot of hours out there, and you're seeing it on full display on the floor.
Definitely.
Miscue there by Martinez. Back over to Morovis. And a whistle. Play continues. Very near the net. And what a laser shot. I mean, they're just hitting everything.
Yeah, they are nailing that corner, though, and she puts just enough spin on this ball. This is a bump set, so she can't get a full approach at it, and she puts just enough spin on that ball to drop it in the corner again.
Just a bit of a mishit there by Navas, and it's quickly set point. And that's going to do it. GVA Alex. No worries here as the first set is over quickly.
GVA all business on this one. The middle back lets it go, and it would have landed in. So the player behind her rightfully makes a dive for it, but just not enough time.
So we'll take a quick timeout. We're back with the second set when we return. This is ESPN's coverage of the AAU Girls Junior National Volleyball Championships.
Disney Soccer Showcase is the ultimate place for top clubs and players to be seen by hundreds of top college coaches looking for great soccer talent. Rated the #1 youth soccer tournament in the U.S. in a Soccer America survey, Disney Soccer Showcase gives athletes a chance to shine on one of the biggest and best stages set for youth soccer in the country, here at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. For more information, visit DisneySoccerShowcase.com.
The 12 Open Championship underway. GVA Alex winning easily in that first set, and I don't think you need to go very far to find out who was the best player.
Yeah, and that set right there, the one you took notice of right away, Sofia Victoria. She was dominant from beginning to end. It wasn't just offense, but look at the defense, scoring a number of points off her blocking, but not afraid to take a rip at the ball as well, coming up big for GVA.
3 kills, 4 blocks in that first set. A dominating performance by Sofia and her teammates as they claim that first set 25-8. And as we take a look inside the numbers, no real surprises here. Total domination.
Yeah, Titanis just couldn't get it going offensively. We saw a lot of bump setting. Because of that, balls were tight to the net. Not a lot of clean swings for them.
I want to give credit to Maria Caratini. Lots of great serves. You see 4 aces for GVA as well. But clearly that young lady, number 4, Sofia Victoria, starring on both the offensive and defensive sides of play. And her club wins easily, trying to exact a bit of revenge. They did drop a set in a previous meeting with Titanas, but they did win that particular match, and they look well poised to make it another victory. But there's still a lot of volleyball to play.
Yeah, you wondered if Titanis would come into this thinking we took a set from them, have a little confidence, or if the reverse would come into play. And it looked there as though the reverse came into play in terms of this is a team who has already defeated us. So they've got to sort of change the mentality, I think, here going into the second set. Nothing to lose, everything to gain.
It all begins with the service game. You've heard Missy point out that at this level in particular, when you have a strong service game, you can pick up points in bunches. And it would seem to me to be a good time for Titanas to do just that.
Yes.
This is the 12 Open Championship at the 41st AAU Girls Junior Volleyball National Championships. Kevin Cork, Missy Whitmore with you inside the spectacular HP Fieldhouse here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports at the world-famous Walt Disney World Resort, Florida. GVA Alex in green and highlighter yellow. Titanas in the pink. Well-placed ball saved there by Gonzalez. This could be trouble at the net, and they get it over. Sofia manages to do just that. Big, strong hit there. Chance going the other way, and stuffed at the net. Big break there as Gonzalez gets a big block.
You see the dig here, just trying to keep it alive. GVA does everything they can to save it, but what it does is set up an opportunity for Titanis to come back, and defensively they're right where they need to be, a big block.
Let me ask you about making the proper block in terms of technique, especially when you're in close to the net. What's the right thing to do for the youngsters watching with your hands?
It's all about penetration. It's not necessarily about how high can I get my hands above the net, because almost all balls, no matter how high you jump or hit, just above tape level. So it's about going up and penetrating just above tape level and reaching over and taking away an area, not necessarily jumping as high as you can, but reaching over as far as you can.
And how about this? Titanas, again, with a great start. You may recall they began the last set with a 3-0 run. They're out in front here in set number 2, 2-1. Middle. Dugout. Victoria. They call a double touch there, looks like to me. Indeed, that is the case. Make it 3-1.
Much better start for Titanis, and that has to give them a little confidence here as the second set begins.
Rosado still serving. Now, the last time she just got to tip over the top of the tape. This time into the net, make it 3-2. Roman. Again, very difficult serve. That one returned short. And a quick point. A little counterintuitive there, and it pays off.
Yeah, diving in for that save, but it travels over the net. As you see, good effort, but just too much on that ball, and Titanis take advantage of what really should be a kill on the overpass.
That'll make you happy. Young player getting a chance like that. And if you like Titanas, that'll make you happy too. Suddenly it's 5-2. Slight smile there from Nunez. Both of these clubs from the Independent Commonwealth of Puerto Rico.
And much as we saw in the first set, Sofia Victoria has now rotated to the front row, and they waste no time in getting her involved in the match. She plays opposite of Maria Caratini. They're two outside hitters who have been very dominant. So when one goes to the back row, they've got another weapon who's arrived in the front row.
Back to Victoria. And once again, her power is on full display.
Here she is swinging from the right side. Remember, she just got the side out from the left side. Now from the right side, same thing. Swinging right down that line.
Victoria sends that one back over. No one quite set up yet. Middle. That's a point for GVA Alex, and quickly we are tied at 5.
Good patience for GVA. Several times their setter forced to take first contact. So they had someone else stepping into bump set, and they were still able to get good looks at the ball.
And again, tough serve. Finally cleared. Set. Big shot. No problem. Has a well-struck ball. Got to get that one over. And a point for Titanas.
Wow, what a smart swing. That time by Nunez as she goes up. 3 blockers find their way to the middle to try to defend her, and she just beats it right off their hands.
And a perfect serve to follow that up, making it 7-5.
The taller players can typically judge those balls if they're shoulder height or higher. They know that's going to travel out of bounds because of where they are proportionately to the court. For these players, it's a little harder to judge. They're so small that a ball that feels high to them may still have plenty of room to land in bounds.
And speaking of, that one lands in bounds for GVA. Nicely placed there by Lara to make it 7-6. Is that my problem then? That's why I can't judge anything when I'm playing with my friends
It
at the beach?
could have something to do with height.
Yeah, there you go. For those of you who are vertically challenged, you get that. 7-6. GVA Alex trailing, but leading in the match, 1 set to love. They won that first set, 25-8. Looks like Titanas is warming up here as they collect another point to make it 8-6.
Again, GVA going with that triple block in the middle, all 3 players up, and Titanas continues to have success against those 3 blockers. That is again Nunez.
So what is Titanas doing differently that has them much more competitive here in the second set?
I really think they've kept the ball off the net and allowed their setter to step in and just get a hittable ball up in the air. Too many times you saw them having to fist one over or make a save at a ball and send it over the net, and they were giving GVA a lot of free ball opportunities, and they're just too good of a club to give them those free ball opportunities.
They're going to beat you. You have to make them earn it. 8-7. You make it 8-all. Well-placed ball there.
And you continue to see the offensive weapons from antenna to antenna. That time Flores for GVA, another good-looking outside hitter.
Martinez, excellent server. Sets well. And that is a well-struck ball, but this should be back in play. Nunez with the honors. Wow. Extremely impressive at this age range to see that.
And again, another good swing at the ball from the antenna. Fundamentally, one thing you've noticed about these two teams is GVA seems to like to swing from the antenna, and we've seen some of the success that Titanas has come from the middle, right here from Nunez. And so often what you see every day in practice is what you're good at defending. And what you don't see, therefore, is what you're not so good at defending. And we've seen so much success from the antennas for GVA.
Lara still alive. Real chance here. Ooh, tough set. Went too far back. So Titanas. Lengthy rally. Down the middle with the dink. Nice save. And the net, finally. GVA, Alex.
And you had to think that long rally would be a momentum boost for either team, and it's GVA who finally comes out on top.
So tough. Could have been 9-9. Instead, GVA has a 2-point lead. Look at the tournament facts. Over 2,100 teams taking part, more than 24,000 players. Record participation. I'm just curious. When you were in club, did you ever do anything like this? Take part in a tournament like at this size?
Not this size, but we definitely participated in AAU tournaments. Same program. I'm out of the Midwest. We typically travel to the Chicago area, and it was such fun.
How young were you when you first began to enjoy the sport of volleyball?
About the age of these girls right here, about 12 years old. Middle school age is, was actually my first opportunity from a smaller town, and I was waiting to try out because I had an older sister. So so many of these girls are now starting in grade school, and I didn't really have that opportunity. So I was just counting down the years until I could try out for a team.
Let me ask you though, how do you fight burnout? Because sometimes when I talk to young parents, or even some of the athletes who are now at the high school level, they say, I got tired of it. How do you fight that?
Well, I think one of the biggest and best ways to fight that is to encourage kids to be multiple sport athletes until they've reached high school, maybe even their second or third year into high school, and then if they're at a point where they decide they need to specialize, I totally understand that. But I think what's happening is too many kids are specializing too young, and you haven't even fully developed. You don't know exactly where your height or your body type is going. And so I just hate to see kids give up a sport so young and say I'm specializing when they're 12 years old. Play all the sports you can. In the big picture, you will be a better athlete for it.
Couldn't agree with you more there. We're seeing some tremendous athleticism out here on the floor, especially on the part of GVA Alex as they collect another point to go up 12-9. Toruea has been stellar for Guayanaba. Nice to have so many young, talented kids from one team, from one area, too.
Wow. Yeah, what's that say about the level of volleyball being played in Puerto Rico?
Well dug out there. Just a little bit too far back, I believe, when she took a shot. Timeout on the floor. 13-9. Titanas off to a nice start in this one, but trailing once again as that momentum continues to pendulum between the two clubs. It looks like it's swinging GVA's way. And a reminder, everybody, the action continues here at the HP Fieldhouse. Here's a look at what is coming your way here on ESPN3. We have the World Championships, Brazil taking on Mizuno Sports. I, for one, am looking forward to that. I will be sitting in the stands with my popcorn. We also have the 13 Open and 14 Open Championships at 5:30 and 8 p.m. respectively here as our coverage continues on ESPN. Kevin Cork, Missy Whitmore with you. This is the AAU 41st Girls Junior National Volleyball Championship. Two teams from Puerto Rico going head-to-head here at the 12 Open. Both with lots of talent. Guayanaba leading Luis 14-9 with great shots just like that from Flores.
Yeah, she's really got it going here in the second set. She was a little bit quiet in the first, but she has come alive.
See if they can keep it going here. Strong service game, one of the hallmarks of GVA. Alex. Oh, nice tap. And a wonderful play from their back on the floor there by Nunez. How about that? As Titanas makes it 14-10. I don't think I've seen that before.
Yeah, the blocker, such awareness and such speed to come down before you even land. She's already turning and sticking a hand out, which is actually such a great play because as the blocker, she's the first one to realize that's an off-speed ball coming. She sees it before anyone else, and she reacts to it very well.
That may have been Deanna Rivera. I want to give her credit. That was tremendous. What a play. And her club collected the point of the process, although now they trail 15-10. And again, the best server for Guaynabo with the ball in her hands is Lopez. She's showing you why. Sort of a flat ball, hugging the line there. Always tough to judge. Down the middle. Out wide, big shot. Much needed point there from Moravis.
And here's the outside play that they were trying so hard to get to in that first set. They kept getting tangled up there in the net. But finally, a really nice swing on the outside.
Well done by Rosado. And coming right back for Guaynabo is Flores.
GVA is not afraid to continue to go to that hot hand. We've seen them use players for a string of points, whether it was Caratini or then Sofia Victoria and now Flores. And each player has had times during this match where they've just had the hot hand and the setter just feeds them. I really like that.
Speaks to the depth on this club, doesn't it? Oh, that turned out to be a little more tricky than I thought. Victoria sends it back over. Set wide. Too much on that one, make it 18-11.
And this is where Titanes has to be really patient and realize it's not going to happen in one swing. They're not going to close the gap with 1 point, but they've just got to steadily chip away at this lead.
Roman, another strong server for GVA. Victoria takes a bit off of that one. We have a whistle, I believe, into the net on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like a net violation, and unfortunately that wasn't even a ball that Sofia Victoria was taking a full rip at. And so that's the one where you want to make sure you stay out of the net there and give your team a chance to transition.
How do you instruct them as to switch gears, switch speeds? Because sometimes at this level, they just know grip and rip. And I'm guessing that it's all part of the coaching technique. Sometimes 80% or 60% of a swing is the best move.
Yeah, I think when you're off balance, when the set is tight, you know, when the set is not there, your best bet is to go ahead and keep that ball in bounds, place it well, think about where you're placing it. But if you've got a good defensive team, you've got to trust that defense.
Good chance here for GVA. Saved, tapped back over into no man's land by Sofia Victoria.
It was the first attack that really set that up. A great swing from the outside, and Sofia's just there to point it up.
5 points away from the title. Make it 4.
And that set is high, so either off of the bump set, they're putting more height on that ball than they would like to, or the outside hitter is just releasing a little early, but they definitely have a timing issue.
Miscommunication on the far side there. It looked like Victoria may have been in position there, but I'd rather have that than have it fall to the floor.
Yeah, 2 players going after the ball is better than no one.
That's right. Lead back down to 8. And how about that? Sort of an excuse me saving shot that falls in there for a point.
Hey, that's their libero Lopez for GVA. And, you know, she was in a situation where she would just send a free ball over, but, you know, she thinks about where she's going to put it and sort of dishes it right there to the middle of the court, makes something happen.
Little spark plug there. Correa. Serve. That'll make you happy as Laura continues to pour it on from the left side.
And this is the fourth outside hitter. We've talked about at least three. This is the fourth or fifth player we've seen for GVA who has just been really dominant with the antennas.
A little miss hit there by Correa on the serve. Back to Titanas. Down by 9. Needing a bit of a rally here. In a hurry. That's a nice start. Navas on the serve there. Little lack of energy on the jump. Match point for Guayanaba. Coach Rosado expecting more from his club. It could end quickly here, but we have a whistle.
I believe she served prematurely. The F official had not given her the whistle yet, but they'll just hand her the ball and she'll get a chance to redo that.
Match continues.
Nunez back in the front row for them. And she is going to bury one before. Unfortunately, she has to head back to the service line. She gets all of this one. And she's definitely been the hot hand for Titanas, but with that kill, she'll rotate to the back row, and she's no longer an option for them up front.
So obviously, in this case, if you're Alexander Cintron, you're simply telling your team, be consistent, take advantage, no silly mistakes, we win this match. I'm curious, though, what the conversation might be like for Carlos Rosado, whose team needs 8 points in a hurry. How do you chip away, or can you?
Yeah, I think you almost take your eyes off that score and you just talk about the next point. It's just 1 point at a time. What do we do to score this point right here? You got to make it little mini games within this match, you know.
Give me the next 2 points and we'll talk it over again.
Exactly.
See what Nunez can do. Good serve. And a great dig by Nunez. Sent back deep. This could do it. Right in the middle. That's it. Game, set, match.
GVA spreading it around as we've seen so many attacks from the outside, and they find a way to work the ball to the middle. On championship point, it's Negron who gets the opportunity to seal the deal for GVA. Haven't seen a lot of swings out of the middle, but this is how it's done, and she finishes it off for her team.
Well done, GVA Alex. A dominating performance as they claim the 12 Open Championship. Quick timeout. We're back with more. This is ESPN's coverage of the AAU Girls National Volleyball Championship.
You guys mind if I join?
Yeah, sure.
Come on, stop hogging it. Pass it. Bad pass. It's a bad feed. Chest tie. I need a chest tie. Right here.
The peak of Expedition Everest can be seen from just about everywhere around Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. It calls the brave to challenge high-altitude hairpin turns and puts you face-to-face with the snarling beast who guards the mountain, the legendary Yeti.
Welcome back, everybody, inside the HP Fieldhouse. And a battle of clubs from Puerto Rico. It is Guaynabo over Morovis, 25-8 and 25-16 to claim the 12 Open Championship final. Kevin Cork, Missy Whitmore with you. Your impressions as we take a look at what GVA was able to do, especially offensively.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was enough highlights to go around for GVA. Just about everybody on that court contributed offensively to the large number of kills that you see in the scorebook at the end of this match. But from antenna to antenna is where they really had their bread and butter, getting kills on the outside consistently throughout this match.
Orleya was absolutely dominant in that second set. Interesting, because we noticed in the first set it was all about Sofia Victoria, but when you have talent everywhere, that is what you end up with. And another victory for Alexander Cintron and Guaynabo. As we take a look at the numbers, I imagine the thing at the very top right is what stands out to you.
Yeah, 22 kills. And I think what's so impressive in this young age group is that it wasn't done by just 2 players, but literally all 6 rotations. They were strong across the front line.
Congratulations to both teams for making it this far, but it's GVA Alex with the victory. For Missy Whitmore, I'm Kevin Cork. Quick timeout. We're coming right back with more after this.
So this remote pretty much controls everything on the new set.
Okay.
See the big screen?
Mm-hmm.
Breaks into little screens.
Oh, wow.
Check this out. Little mood lighting. Now, I think this controls the desk. It's weird.
It's doing it again! Get in here! They've got jumbo buns! Woohoo!
The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex is a world-class, state-of-the-art facility hosting hundreds of youth amateur events like Disney-created soccer and baseball tournaments, AAU national championships, the ESPN HS games, varsity brands cheerleading, and the Pop Warner Super Bowl. To find out how your team can compete here, visit ESPNWWOS.com.
Welcome back, everybody. GVA Alex with a victory in the 12 Open Championship from Guaynabo, Puerto Rico. Well done as they win in impressive fashion here at the AAU Girls Junior National Volleyball Championships. The action continues here inside the HP Fieldhouse with a full slate of action beginning again at 3:30 Eastern Time. It's Brazil taking on Mizuno Sports and the World Championship, to be followed at 5:30 and 8 p.m. by the Open Championships with the 13s and 14s. For Missy Whitmore and the entire crew, I'm Kevin Cork. This has been a presentation of ESPN. It's GVA Alex winning in a walk, 25-8 and 25-16.